after the process of transcription and the post-transcriptional changes. The next step is translation. What is translation? We have done that this is the central dogma. The process of formation of RNA on the basis of information present in DNA is transcription. And now the information, the coded language in the RNA is used for the formation of protein, and this process is called translation. Transcription process, it occurs in the nucleus, and translation process, this occurs in the cytoplasm, and this occurs in the nucleus. Why is it so that transcription occurs in the nucleus and translation it occurs in the cytoplasm? Because there are certain enzymes in the cytoplasm that can break down DNA. So that is why DNA is protected in the nucleus. Similarly, there are certain nuclease enzymes in the nucleus that can break down ribosome in the cytoplasm. And ribosome, this is the site on which protein synthesis occurs. So these two processes, they are separated in space. First transcription will occur and then translation. For the process of protein formation, a cellular factory is there. This cellular factory includes ribosomes, tRNA, mRNA, amino acid synthetase enzyme, it requires source of energy ATP, it requires ions for functioning of the enzyme, then it also requires certain initiating factor and certain terminating factors. Ribosomes, these are providing the site where the process of protein synthesis will occur. When the protein synthesis is not occurring, it occurs as separate subunit. Ribosomes, this is found in two subunits. These two subunits are present in the cytoplasm. But when the protein synthesis is to start, then these will come closer. This larger subunit is having a groove here. The importance of groove is that in this long chain of polypeptide will be accommodated. When these two subunits are together, they leave a small tunnel-like structure in between. In this tunnel-like structure, mRNA will come and fit. So on this mRNA, when the polypeptide chain is formed, say this is the polypeptide chain formed, this polypeptide chain will get accommodated in this group, and mRNA, it is accommodated in the tunnel. So ribosome, they are the binding site for the mRNA, as well as the tRNA will come on it according to the codon. So this is the site. tRNA. There are various types of tRNA present in the cytoplasm. But the tRNA that has to be transported to ribosome, they should be charged tRNA. What is charged tRNA? tRNA, suppose we are representing tRNA like this, and this is the anticodon site here, then there should be a particular amino acid here. Then this is called a charged tRNA. Now the next question, how charging of tRNA occurs? For charging of tRNA, there are two steps. The first step is activation of amino acid. This is for charging of tRNA. Now, what is activation of amino acid? Amino acid, there are 20 different types, and all proteins of the body, they are formed by different combination of these amino acids. So these amino acids, they will combine with energy source ATP plus enzyme, that is amino acid synthetase. This is helping in this binding. So in presence of magnesium ion, this amino acid transferase complex is formed. This complex is AA, AMP, enzyme, and 2-phosphate group are released. These 2-phosphate group, these are providing the energy for this binding. Now, in the next step, this complex, amino acid complex, bind with tRNA. In our previous video, we have seen that tRNA is having a binding site for the amino acid. It is having a binding site for the enzyme. So now in this process, amino acid is transferred to tRNA and AMP plus enzyme. These are released. So now this is a charged tRNA. So it means if we are having 61 codon, there have to be at least 61 different types of charged tRNA so that the smooth process of translation can occur. So this is the second very important requirement for the process of translation. Third one, mRNA. Just now we have done here that mRNA, this is the stretch of RNA that is having the coded language. This is having the coded language for the process of protein formation. And the first codon here has to be initiating codon. Then only the process of translation can start. So this will come and fit here like this. So now these codes, they will be identified with tRNA, and tRNA accordingly is having an amino acid. So these amino acids will come here, and one by one polymerization of amino acid will take place by the peptidyl linkage. Role of amino acid synthetase and ATP, just now we have done. Magnesium ion required for the activation of the enzyme. Initiating factors, these are required for the initiation of translation, and terminating factor, they are helping in the termination so that now the polymerization of amino acid will stop and these two factors of ribosome will get separated Now this mRNA, the polypeptide chain, they are free in the cytoplasm.